All right, extend the legs. Yeah, bring the hands up and we'll start. Nice deep breath and down. So try this. Leave your legs all the way out. Knees a little bit bent. Right? And listen to over here. Are you trying to hold the legs up or are you just letting the legs relax? Okay, don't hold the legs up. Let the legs just fall and relax. Yeah. One more time. Up. You want to feel the hip expanding. The pelvic hip joint expanding. You have to relax all the joints. Let the leg fall. Right? Let the leg sink into the ground. And through the body and out through the feet. Think way up in the sky. Breathing in. Imagine your palms coming through your body. Feel your shoulder blades dropping. Yeah. Okay? So you just have to learn to let the legs just fall. Like even now I can feel, you can say I'm pulling them up, yeah? So we have these automatic habits where we're tensing later. So it's not that easy. Okay, walk the feet back. Just where it touches. And now gently press the feet into the ground, press the toes down. So you can feel the feet and then press real gently and then hold that stretch and let go of all of this. Relax everything but hold that stretch. Yeah, one more time. Feel the spine opening up, the hip opening up. Think way up in the sky and exhale. Breathing in and out. Breathe in from the earth. Pull the chi up. Pull the energy up through the body, through the spine, over the head, down the front of the body, back into the earth. Breathing in and out. It's all intent, it's all imagination. Just imagine your palms are inside of your body. You can feel where the palms are moving. One more time. Stretching, expanding the legs down. Head suspended from above. Look straight ahead. Come up from the side. Relax. Drop your shoulder blades and stretch your fingertips. Breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. You want to feel every joint in your body. Allow it to move. Right? You want to get rid of all the tension in your body. Don't lock anything down. Scooping down. Right. Deep breath. Fill up the whole body. And exhale and squeeze. You're squeezing all the blood and the chi through every muscle of your body. Slowly let it go. And let everything rush back in. And then focus in the bones. Deep breath and squeeze the blood and chi through the bones. Imagine you twisting, wrapping the bones. Ligaments and tendons. Again, deep breath. Pressing, squeezing the blood and chi through every ligament and tendon. All the attachment points. Slowly let go. And come back down. And let everything go. And relax. And feel the difference. Learn the difference from totally relaxed and then stretch out again. So gently press the feet into the earth. Press the toes down. Relax the hip so the legs can expand. Sit nice and straight and see if you can, even in the chair, swivel the hips forward a little bit so the tailbone tucks underneath. And just hold the legs here. Right? Let the legs open and expand. Drop the hands down, bend the elbows a little bit, stretch the fingertips. Take a deep breath, Let it all out, and then we'll begin. Breathing in. Feel the fingertips reaching forward. Wash the face. Tilt the sternum up. Exhale. And down. Just loosening up the neck. Just let the head fall. Finish your breath. And begin again. Breathing in. Feel everything expand a little bit. Then sink a little bit. And then rise. And then down. Just the head. You feel the neck gently pulling on the rest of the spine. Flow the air down to your lower belly. Feel the shoulders letting go before you begin again. Look straight ahead. Just a little bit. Not even reaching the end of the knees. And last time, breathing in, extend the arms. And down. Okay, number 2. One hand up, one hand down, and fold. Relax both arms. Breathe in. And start off looking at the palm. So palm is height of the face. Exhale when you come back and breathe from the center. Nice deep breath. Turn the head as much as you comfortably can. And open the palm. Stretch the fingertips. Okay, and then second time, look at the index finger. Just track the index finger. Drop the lower hand. And third time, look in between the index finger and the thumb and look at the horizon. Look far away. Come back to center, height of the throat. Open the throat, open your voice. Nice deep breath 3 times. Think of your voice open, no restrictions. You can express yourself verbally. You can express yourself through music, through art, through writing, however you express yourself, no restrictions. And slowly press and release. Keep the legs extended into the earth. Fold at the elbow. Squeeze. Oh, that reminded me of the spaghetti westerns. Oh, what's that actor's name? Lee. Oh, what is his name? I forget his name. The tall, skinny guy. All those western spaghettis. Lee something. Yeah. Clint Eastwood was still a young guy back then. Oh, what is his name? Come forward. You know, Magnificent Seven time. Those spaghetti westerns. And all fours. Pull the shoulder blade forward. Feel the muscle under the shoulder blade squeezing and stretching. One more time. Breathe. Squeeze. All the way down. Relax. And then one side. Still keep the palms open. Let the waist turn. Keep the shoulder blade, those muscles all around the shoulder blade stretched the whole time. Come forward, pull and open the shoulder blade. Nice deep breath. Forward. Oh, we gotta take a group picture, yeah, one day. I always forget about this. Like, oh, everybody else takes picture. I realize, oh, I don't have picture with you guys. all the way down. Relax. How am I going to start an Instagram account? I have to have pictures with all of you. Forward and turn. Yeah. My arm is gently brushing my body the whole time, from the fingertips to the forearm. Right? And then come forward. Keep the legs gently pressing into the earth. Keep the hips relaxed. Keep the sternum up. Right? Sternum is up, turning right around the spine. Relax the neck all the way down. Relax in two sides. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then forward. Turn the palms out. Yeah. There you go. Squeeze all the way down. Slowly relax. Just slowly let everything go. And then loose circles. Yeah. It's like swatting something. You shake out the muscles. And then slow it down. And then put everything back together, breathing in. Make the shoulders light, light, light. And exhale. And you can feel it winding right around the elbow. Right? Drop the shoulder, and then it folds right at the elbow, and it just spins right around the elbow. And loosen up the hip and the waist. Turn the waist. Turn the body. Breathing in and out. Oh, I discovered, right, on the Dr. Paul Lam's Tai Chi YouTube channel, he has this program for free. Normally you'd have to buy the DVD or you'd have to subscribe online, but he has the DVD all digitized on the YouTube channel for free. So it's yeah, I'll go find the website and I'll forward it to Hanakia. He's got about 5 DVDs on there for free. Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, so you can see how he does it, right? And so, however he does it, that's the center. Yeah, I can't get too far from the center. And then you can hear his explanation, how he moves. Yeah, when you watch him move, you watch his shoulder blades. All over here, it's just every joint is just moving, right? He's moving like a chameleon in real time motion or fast motion, which is still slow, right, for chameleon. And let it go. Okay, spine. So the whole time, just holding this leg out. Yeah. So sometimes you can press. You can really stretch and press into the earth, and sometimes a little lighter. Okay? So when I first started this, when I experimented, I was just really pressing my legs into the earth. And then it's gotten lighter and lighter and lighter. And you kind of have to do that where you press large, right? Large movement, real concrete, so you can feel it, and then you start lightening up, and then you just holding that stretch, right? You don't need a lot of energy, but in the beginning, that real solid feeling. Yeah, so you can do that during this whole movement. Just press. Right? You feel the chair going back. That's too hard, right? Because now we all have new feet, so the chairs slide. All right. What did we just do? We just did shoulders, right? Spine. Well, the movements get all mixed up after a while. Cannot think. Okay, so leave this hand down. Yeah, down, falling. You can just feel. Imagine that energy flowing into the ground. Imagine like your fingers. Out of your fingers, there's string or wire, and it's connected to the ground, and that wire is pulling your fingers. Right. So if you bend, cannot. Right. Has to be straight. Everything has to be relaxed. It can open, and it's just gently pulling each finger, the thumb everything pulling. And same thing with the bulb, it's pulling. And there's strings and wires, and they're pulling, connected up into the sky, and they're pulling, gently pulling the fingers. Yeah, yeah. So this one down into the earth, it's connected. Yeah. There's some forms where they take poses and they just really stretch and imagine just pulling and pulling and pulling. Yeah, they might hold the pose for 1 hour. So. Take a deep breath. Keep the fingers extended while you exhale. Right. The fingers are still connecting, they're just changing positions. Just the fingertips are connected way up in the sky and down into the earth, and you can feel that string pulling and pulling. Just imagine with your mind, and the legs gently pressing into the earth. Take a deep breath. Feel the spine expand and then let it go. And then breathe in. Keep the palm and the fingers stretched. Keep the fingers expanded and pulling through the whole movement. Just imagine they're connected and they're being pulled. And they just switch up into the sky. And so they're pulling away and then they switch. You switch positions, breathing in. You have to let go of the shoulder, the spine, the hip. Everything is loose and relaxed. Just the bottom of the feet are pressing into the earth. Just the fingertips are surging and pulling upwards and downwards into the sky and to the ground. One more time, and then we'll do the spirals. When we do the spirals, you can turn that upper palm back, and same thing, keep the palms stretched and turn. And then lift, keep the palms open and the fingertips stretch, relax the shoulders, turn right around the spine. Imagine the muscles right around the spine, pulling the muscles one way and then they release. And breathing in and out. You can still feel those strings or wires attached to the fingertips. So as the palms and the fingers move, they're lightly stretching and pulling. Turn as much as you can. So turn when you come up, and turn when you spin, and turn when you drop the elbow, and turn when the bottom hand comes up, breathing in and out and stretching the fingertips. One last time. Breathing in and turn. Really tight spiral in the palm. And come back to the heart. Drop everything. Keep the fingers stretched and expanded. Smiling into the heart. Smiling out from the heart. Little sun in the chest. Open the throat. Relax the lower belly. Straight ahead and then down. Okay. Press one leg into the earth and then sink into the hip joint so the other leg can come back. And then slowly switch. Yeah, force yourself to stay on one leg. Yeah, don't be anxious switching to the other leg. Press both feet down. Keep both feet pressed down. Come up. Yeah, press. And we go right into the stepping. So sink into one side, the other side releases. Keep that foot pressing on the ground, but sink into the hip joint. Then press the other foot on the ground and sink into the hip joint. So a little bit different dynamic today. Just really focusing on pressing the leg into the earth. Yeah, we're going to keep these thigh muscles activated the whole time. Just pressing. Feel the whole bottom of the foot just sinking and pressing into the earth. Yeah, feel the thigh muscles really working. Keep the throat open. Yeah, press. Press. Yeah, if I say press as hard as you can, it makes more sense, yeah. But I'm trying to change the vocabulary from hard and soft too much. But it's just pressing, 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 pressing the whole time. Yeah. You're going to leave your foot impression. Come back to center, hold the ball. Okay, and now release the leg. Okay, so shake out the leg a little bit. Okay. All right, so drop one knee, turn. Keep on turning while you reach your fingertips right to the front of class, right in the center. And exhale. Bring the knee back. Drop the other leg. Turn. Breathe in. Turn the waist. Open the hip. And out. Yeah, reach right for the front. Reach right for the front. If it helps, point your fingers at me. Oh, you fooled us. You came in from the other door. And out. Yeah, look straight. When you're doing it, reach straight for the front of the room. Like you're going to push your fingers right into the wall. Or like I said, if it helps, you can point it at my spine. Yeah. Yeah, like you're going to just sink your fingers in. Yeah. If I gave you a loaf of bread and I told you just sink your fingers right through that loaf of bread, right? Yeah, that kind of feeling, just surge your fingers. You have to kind of push your fingers out a little bit, right? So the knuckles don't collapse. Yeah. Yeah. And come back. Oh, you guys have the lightning right above you over here. Wow. Aina had some over, but was all that distant sound. Yes, I thought, oh, it's not there. I went outside to look and I saw lightning flashes. And then I looked at the radar. Like, oh my God. And then I looked. Aina was dry. Had big storm right around here in the middle, and had big storm covering the windward side. I thought, wow. And my friends posted in Papakōlea, they said it was so scary because it was like several times a minute, yeah, it was flashing for 30 to 60 minutes, and then it slowed down a little bit. Yeah. I was so tired, but I was still tempted to grab my camera, drive out so I could see the whole sky. But 1:30 in the morning, it was like, I have an apartment in Aiea, and my apartment is on the 11th floor. It overlooks Pearl Harbor. So I have pictures one year. I forgot when, I think it was the 40 days, 40 nights one. I drove out and I spent one night there because we're having so much those thunder, yeah. And I got lightning pictures over the Eva plane. Yeah, that was, I swear some of them were hitting the ground. But yeah. Okay, hands on the side. So same thing, right? Whatever leg's on the ground, you're gonna just really press this time. So if you imagine it has sand, right? And you're just pressing into the sand. So when you pick your foot up, you leave in a mold, an impression, right? The sand gives a little bit, just a little bit. If you're pressing on mud, then your foot would be sinking all the way into the mud, right? You want to feel here. You don't want to feel the knees. You want to feel the thigh muscle, and to release the other leg. Still, even though you press in here, you have to sink and press into here. Right? When I sink into here, then this leg releases, but I still want to press. I want to create that impression in the sand. I want to leave that mold. So we're really going to work this today. Okay, so it doesn't matter left or right. Right? Press one side, press, and then sink into the hip. When this leg releases, opposite hand, spine straight. Hold that leg down. Right? Push the heel out, push the knee down, stretch the back of the leg, and then lift. Press, hold that ground. Right? Keep holding. Now transfer. Press. Opposite side. Feel the heel to the toe pressing into the ground. Push the knee down. Stretch the back of the knee. Yeah, just focus everything from the hip all the way to the foot. Any tension in the upper body, yep, pump. If you have tension in the upper body, you're not pressing enough into the ground. You want your leg doing all the work. Heel, knee, and then press the toe, and then lift. You can thank the Catholic Charities staff for all this leg work today. And then turn. Yeah, and the turn. And they stimulated my mind because they said, how do you get all that leg work if you're doing seated? Oh, I'll show you guys. Yeah, turn the waist. Yeah, so press that leg down. Yeah, press that leg down. You're teaching yourself to sink that leg into the ground. Release the upper body. And down. Yeah, okay, let everything go. Yeah. So it's different from going to the gym and putting your feet underneath those things and lifting. Yeah. Those exercises are still necessary. But if you train it like this, when you train the weight exercises, it'll help you to start isolating the muscles instead of like trying to be Godzilla and the whole body flexes and all you're doing is picking up the toe. If all you're doing is flexing the toe, only flex the toe, right? Don't make big body with the rest of your body. Oh, everybody know Jordan Segundo? Sorry, I'm going off on all kind of tangents. So he's on Facebook, yeah, and he goes to the gym. Oh, he's thick. He put a video of himself flexing, showing his thighs. And he was flexing in the mirror. And he's got yeah, like bodybuilder thighs. Oh. Okay, enough of that. No, you think of Jordan, you don't think of big muscle man, right? And how he dresses and everything. But yeah, he's working that body. All right. So relax. So really focus. Get to the point where just anywhere you think on the body, you feel that part of the body, right? Anywhere. You think inside the heart, you can feel like, oh, right? Your mind there. You think inside the knee, you can feel there. You think here, you can feel there, right? Anywhere you think, you just relax and you can feel that. Yeah, so press one leg into the earth. Press the toes down, right? Push that sand. Make that impression until the other leg releases. Hold the ball at the heart, sternum up, and ankle. Yeah, press 100%. The more you press this leg, the more this leg would just float. So almost just intention, telling it to flex up and down. Right? Just thinking about it. Okay, and then switch. Other side, press. So what's inside the chest? Little sun, right? Imagine that little sun, cool and warm. That sun is connected to that sun, feeding it energy. If you have a lot of stress and anxiety, and then you just have that few time, right? You got to go time out for yourself, hide in the closet. Surround yourself by all the clothes, right? So you don't hurt yourself and knock down the house. You hold one hand in front of your heart, right? Like this, like you're cradling. It doesn't matter right or left hand, because if I'm driving, I use my right hand. Left hand is a little bit more connected, but you imagine, right? You're cradling that You're cradling the heart, you're cradling that sun. Imagine the sun and just smile, right? You force yourself to relax and smile. Imagine the heart opening up. That sun and the heart, they're interchangeable. Yeah, and then just breathe and just you start to feel that energy coming out. And then sometimes you're going to feel it like, oh, it's expanding, expanding, expanding. Yeah, when you really like this, right? You have to wait for that feeling to come out. But you just start to smile, smile. Think of an image smiling at you. That's one way to do it, right? You can think of an image smiling, feeding you that smile. And then just relax. Everything sinks down. And you just focus on that until you feel that warmth come out. Yeah? And you're going to feel it, and then you're going to feel that expansion, that energy coming out. Yeah? So you can take the same healing and you can gather it up that way. And it might be, oh, I got to heal somebody else, right? But before you heal somebody else, you got to charge yourself up first, set yourself, right? And then you imagine, okay, that other person doing the same thing, and they're doing it with me, and then I'm projecting my heart and that energy, connecting it to them. And you don't forget, it's being fed by that sun, right? That's important because then that energy is coming through you, right? Feeding you. And then you imagine some of that can then go to them wherever they are, any place they are. And then you imagine them doing the same thing. So imagine that sun feeding their sun. Right? So you make that connection for them. Yeah. It's a real simple Qigong, but you learn to do it for yourself. Yeah. And then you just project. There. So I was explaining to somebody when I first started playing with healing. Like one example, when I was teaching down at the school, they had Muay Thai classes, and they had small, tough girl, and she's banging Muay Thai, a lot of legs, right? Legs, and she is going thigh to thigh with the big boys. So I walk into class, and I don't know if it was before my class, I don't know why I was there, and I look at her legs, all purple. I forgot which side it was, maybe it was two sides, all purple. Fresh bruise. So just learning the healing. So I did the healing, and you can see the color change. You could see it lighten up. It's like, oh, this is really cool, yeah. So I'm doing whatever I knew at the time. But the next day I'm like this. All day I feel like, wow, I just kind of curled up inside. Yeah. So after a few times I realized I gotta stop, yeah, because I'm not doing something right. And if you listen to stories, you hear about stories, oh, this guy was healing everybody and his hands shriveled up, or he had to stop, yeah, he got all messed up. So the lesson is you have to channel. If you use your battery, what happens to you? You deplete your own energy, right? So you don't use your own battery. You do the Qigong, you're still channeling, right? And then you project. Then you're doing the Qigong. You're just adding somebody else to your practice from there. Yeah? So yeah, remember that. If any of you or you know people are real empathetic, right? And they have to heal everybody and they have to comfort everybody, but you watch them the next day after they do somebody with drama, they're just sleeping. Yeah? Yeah, it's because they so much of themselves, yeah, they're molding, they're giving up their energy. And you don't want to give up your battery, right? You work so hard to cultivate this chi. You learn how to channel that. So thinking of the sun is a real nice way, and you put that little sun in here, yeah, and then you make sure you give them their own sun. You don't give them yours. You can project and connect yours to theirs, but don't give them yours. Yeah, don't give it all away. Okay, relax the legs. All right, so if you want to, let's see what time. Oh, we'll do it seated first, and then we'll do it standing. We'll do both today. Hey, nobody reminded me to take off my keys. So funny, they say, oh, you're such in good shape, Randy. Oh, you're so slim. You know how big this shirt is? You know how much space this shirt hides? All right, extend. Yes, so you have a choice, right, with the legs. You can either press the legs down really with a lot of energy and just really sink and sink all the way into the mud or sink all the way into the loose sand, however you want to do it. Or you can be really subtle, right? Just gently, just expand, press the toes down, just feel the ground, relax, and just have that little bit expansion, right? So anywhere from this much expansion to this much expansion, right? So you allowed, right, to decide how much you want to train. What does it feel like? If you don't do the real big expansion, you never know what it feels like, right? If you don't practice the small expansion, you don't know what it feels like. And then you don't realize how much room you have, right? So how much space there is between both. So the bigger the space, the more options you have, right? Like if all your students only learn this much space, they all look the same, right? And then that one person has to push the envelope. And then one day they look like this, 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 one day they look like this. And then when they can look any way they want, right? And then one day they look everything like that. And that's when you tell them, hey, you're going to compete, right? And then, right, and they're all competing, and you say, everybody is here. So you have to show them here and here, right? Then they all look the same, only you stand out, right? And that's when you start playing, right? So today, if you want, like the beginning, press, so make it a little lighter. You got to start experimenting. Yeah. So outside, when you walk, right? Sometimes, you walk real heavy, right? So if you learn to press real hard, when you're mad and you're throwing a tantrum and you're stomping on the ground, it's funny because you train pressing hard. You're like, and you think like, how should I stomp? Oh, I'm going to stomp like this, and it's going to change the way you stomp. And you realize like, I'm going to injure myself if I stomp like that. So I have to stomp just loud enough so everybody knows I'm mad, right? But not enough to hurt myself, and just enough so I'm actually training. Then you get distracted by the training. Then you start experimenting. Then maybe you forget you're mad, right? Until that person walks in the room and you yell at them, leave me alone, I'm training. But yeah, so if you want, press, so back it off a little lighter, right? If something hurts, back it off, change, reset your feet, try again, right? Don't force and work through that pain. It's not that kind of training. Yeah, it's not that kind of training. We want to relieve the pain. We want to learn how to build it up so we don't have pain. But one of the things we're doing, if you're pressing, you're holding your legs straight. It's going to allow for correction. Yeah, just small correction, but over time, you're going to notice like, hey, it's changing. All right, hands up, reset. All right, so gently expand. Top of the head being pulled from above, arms hanging straight down. Open the throat. Feel the lower belly expand and release. Remove all the tension, all the facial muscles, just let it go. Just let it drop. Right? So no physical smile, no physical expression, but look into your chest, the heart, and smile. Light little smile in there. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. Take a second deep breath. Let it all out. Take a third deep breath. Let it all out and relax. Breathe normally. And as you're ready, extend the palms. Feel those little strings of wires pulling the fingers, connecting them to something far away. And as you breathe in, when you're ready, commencement, picking up, holding the ball, bring it to your heart. Right. Number 2, rolling the ball. Slowly waking up the chi, slowly waking up all the organs in your body. Breathing in, rising, expanding, resting. And number 3, 1, open and close, heart and lung Qigong. Number 4, single whip, turn to your right, turn and press, and then open. Raise the palms, feel the fingertips stretching. Number 5, keep on turning, Wan Sau. Keep the palms stretched, let the wrists bend a little. Look at the palm. And then look at the second finger, until you start looking in between the second finger and the thumb. And then look at the horizon, or imagine you staring really far away at the mountaintop. Just gently staring far away. Come back to center. Turn a little bit to the left as you spiral back right into an heart and lung Qigong. And then single whip on the left side, turn and press 45. And then open and raise the palms. And then drop the left as you keep on turning to cloud hands. And feel the fingertips connected far away. You can feel those strings of wires just pulling the fingertips out. Feel the lower belly breathing and the throat open. By now you should be staring at the mountain or staring at the horizon. Come back to center, turn a little bit to the right as you spiral back. Drop the shoulder and elbow. Brushing the knee, turn to your right, slide the right hand up. Keep the fingers and the palms stretched. Drop the palm. When you turn, imagine you tapping the center of the chest. Drop the heel of the palm and then expand. Keep on turning. Right? Palms come to the center. And then 45 to the right. Left hand rises. Right hand washing down. Pipa. Hold the Pipa. And then twist. And then Parry right. Make sure you're washing through the arm. You can vibrate the palms if you want. Wash through the arm. Left hand's going to flip over as you turn. Turn, 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 turn. Wrist upon wrist, outside of the knee. Breathing in and grabbing. Deep breath in. Exhale and squeeze. And just let the right hand surge up. And then release right in the middle. Drop the joints. Drawing back. Gather. Compress in the lower dantian. Lift. Exhale. Slowly draw the chi back to the heart. Reset with the heart and lung Qigong. And then left side. Turn and slide the left hand up, close to the ear. Breathing in. Drop the palm and exhale. Tap the center of the chest and then the heel of the palm and lift the sternum. Let the shoulders go. Keep on turning. Turn to the left. Pipa. Right hand rises. Twist. Twist right. Cradle the ball. 45. Sweep to the left. Parry. Lift and sweep to the right. Parry. Turn and cover. Flip the right hand over. Cover. Turn, 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 turn. So you're outside of the knee. Breathe in and grab. Exhale. Squeeze the fist. The left fist rises. And then let go. Release everything. Rolling back. Draw back. Gather. Compress. Exhale. Release. Right here, release the wrist a little bit as you draw the chi back to the heart. Expand. Sternum up. Left side again. Turn and slide. Breathing in. Looking in the front. Exhale. Tap the center. Heel of the palm and lift. Leisurely tying the coat. Fold into your left. Right hand circles up. Turn back to the front. Drop the elbow. Wiping down. Come to the belly button. Rotate the palm up. Lift. Drop the elbows, tuck the elbows in. Then push and turn the waist to the left. And big spiral to the right. Drop the shoulders and elbows. Swivel both palms to the front. Breathing in and out. Right side. Breathing in. Drop the palm. Just the middle finger tapping the heart. And then lift, expand. Fold. Left hand circles up. Both hands in the center. Turn to the front. Palms flat. Drop the elbows. Wiping down. Turn the waist. Lift. Right under the chin. Tuck the elbows. Extend. Big spiral. Loosen up the spine. Loosen up the hip, the tailbone, the neck. And release. Fist under elbow. Turn to your right. Then open, but drop the right hand as you opening. Turn your waist. Turn back. The bottom hand grabs a fist. Relax the joints. Breathing in. Exhale. Squeeze the right fist and then release. Fold and turn to your right. It is called repulse monkey. Tap the center of the chest, tap the heart, and then expand. Keep on turning. Right? Keep on folding. Breathing in. Tip of the middle finger, tap the heart, and then the heel, and then expand. Keep on turning. Breathing in. Tap the heart. Tap the chest. Leisurely tying the coat. Turn. Left hand circles up. Palms face front. Wipe down. Come into the belly button. Rotate, lift. Tuck the elbows. Turn the waist. Spiral. Loosen up the spine. Double palm. Release. One heart and lung Qigong. Last repeat. Left side. Turn and drop the left hand. And then turn the waist. Turn back. Grab the bottom hand. Relax the joints. So fist under elbow. Breathing in and exhale. Push the fist out. Let it rise and then open. Fold. Breathe in. Tap the heart. Tap the chest. Expand. Keep on turning. Washing down the hand. Tap the heart. Tap the chest. Keep on turning. Last time. Breathing in, gathering up, and releasing. Tap the heart and leisurely tying the coat. Turn. Right hand circles up. Turn to the front. Tuck the elbows. Flat. Come into the belly button. Drop the elbows and lift right under the chin. Tuck the elbows in and then straight out. Loosen up the spine, the hip, the tailbone. Height of the heart. Release. Oh, you see that mudra come out, Ras? Turn. Smile from within. Right, let all the tension in your face go. But still that feeling of smiling. Slowly let everything go. Press both feet into the earth. Press. And then release one. And then release the other one. Let everything go. Breathe in. And out. Yeah. So it's funny if when you come in here, right? And you come here. If you do it a certain way, there's a mudra that almost comes out if you just spin your hands a certain way. Yeah, it comes from here. Next time you go and you look at the statues, yeah, the Kuan Yin and the Buddhas, you're gonna see this in there. I cannot remember exactly what it does. Yeah, I don't know the names and the purposes, but yeah, this is common. Yeah, then you see all these hand signs. Yeah, so those hand signs, people train with them, and your hands are interesting. Your fingers are interesting. The fingertips are supposed to connect to your brain. So when you tap your fingers together, and even the joints, it's like a switchboard. So it reroutes the energy throughout your body. So if you just start tapping your fingers and you think about that, like, and you listen, sometimes you can feel like, oh, different parts of your body, like energy will just move. Yeah, just tapping. Especially after we train, right? The chi's flowing and everything's flowing. Yeah. So sometimes they'll twist the fingers and they'll do all of that kind of stuff. It's like a switchboard. You're shutting things off, you're rerouting. Yeah, they use that for the chakras. So if you want to meditate on certain parts of your body, there's mudra. They'll focus the energy there. Right? And then you can listen to YouTube. You can listen to, oh, that frequency for heart chakra. And then you can force it there. All kinds of things. And then you do the sun qigong, right? You put everything into it. And all that energy just flows into there. Okay. Oh, that was really nice. Okay, so if you want to stand, we'll do the standing. I'll take you through the 6 movements. If you want to sit, you can sit. Oh, when you stand up, push your knees back. Yeah, straight up, push your knees back. Let the back of your knees stretch. Not too hard. And then relax. Yeah. That's one of the stretches we never do, right? We're always walking, right? We do this stretch, we do this stretch, aside. But you just stand and then push the knees back, right? And you can feel the whole back stretch. And you want to stretch, you want to keep this stretch, you want to keep the Achilles stretched from here. And so those are all nice little stretches, right? You see people like this, right? Coming out like that. You see all the runners especially, they have to know all the leg stretches, right? They blow out their Achilles. Oh, any of you watch the World Baseball Classic? It's so funny, I'm listening and they're saying it's like the soccer classic, right? The World Cup. And they said the American players, they don't want to go because of injury. And I'm thinking, baseball, what they worried about injury? But their contracts, millions of dollars, right? They're withheld from doing that. And it's over, and they're saying, yeah, those Americans, 2 injuries. These 2 guys are out for the season. The first injury, he got hurt celebrating the win. Like, oh. The second one, I think he got hit by a ball, broke the thumb. He's out for the season. They go, yeah, I guess, yeah. Can get injured even in baseball, right? I'm sure their team president and the club manager they just died a little bit of those injuries. Okay, so we begin, the feet are out. We just go step by step. And the feet are out, and then you're going to shift to your right. And you just fold that, you just pick up the knee and fold the leg back and then unfold. And because the leg is pointed, right, it's going to go out at an angle. Then feel the leg pressing down, right, relax, and then let the body turn. As soon as you let the body turn, you'll move the back leg, the heel will come up, and then keep on sinking. Don't let the knee come forward, right? You're going to feel it in the kneecap. So you have to focus on pressing first, just everything what we did. Press first, and then fold and sink deep into this hip joint, right? The bottom of the feet are relaxed, but you can feel the bottom of the feet, right? And then just a small step from here, just a small step, just unfold and come back to center. Okay? So try that 2 sides. So we need to practice that on both sides. Even though the form, we only do it 1 time. The rest repeats, but once we start, yeah? So you come from here, right? Stretch the knee. Push. You can start out if you want by push the knee back a little bit. Feel that nice little stretch, and then let it go. Okay, and that's the perfect height when you let it go. Okay, you're gonna sink and shift to your right. Pick up the left, unfold, right? And then after you sink straight down, relax, and then start like somebody pushing your hip, and then turn. Really feel the back leg release, and then same thing, this foot has to press, and then sink into the hip, until the back leg can fully release, and just unfold, and then come back to center and relax. So you can feel that tension, right? When you set, you have to let go and you feel yourself sinking a little bit. Okay, so one more time. Okay, we'll shift this way this time. Right, so push the knee back, stretch the back of the knee, and then just let it go. Boom. That's the height we want, right? Where you let it go. Okay, now from here, sink a little bit more. And turn. And pick up. And step. Now right here, relax. Relax this muscle. You feel yourself sinking. Now shift. Turn your waist to this leg. Right? Not too much, just a little. Feel that foot flat on the floor. Press and then sink in. Let your body turn and sink into the hip joint. Start releasing the back leg and step. And then shift back to center. Right? You can feel those muscles holding. Right? Let those muscles go. Feel yourself sink. Yeah. Okay. So try it with the hand. Not try it with the hand, we'll do it with the hand. Oh, I'm so local, yeah? Should I add the hilo component? So like try. I felt so embarrassed when I had to be another island person. Yeah, you know those hilo people, they say like 20 billion times, and then I realized I'm teaching already. I'm already teaching and I realized, oh yeah, I overused like. Good thing didn't have too much recording back then. Okay, so start off, press, stretch the back of the knee, and then release right there. That's where we want it. Okay, so we pick up the hands to begin, and then you're going to sink on your right here, right, and shift and turn a little bit to free the left leg. Okay, then unfold the left leg, and then sink, and then shift. Yeah. Oh, sorry, the hands rolling all the way down. Right, so the end together, and then just like you're pulling yourself in. The back leg comes up, yeah. And you're stepping, and the hands just press out, and then you relax. And then you do an open and close. Yeah. So if you look at your feet, so even I'm a little off. There's an inside joke in there, right? I'm a little off, but we're trying to just, it's commencement, right? So this is like getting ready, and then we take a step up. Now we can begin. Yeah. So it's in the beginning. We really tend to take too big a step. Right? So after you're done, check your feet, and then force yourself to make that correction, no matter where you are. If it's real close, good enough. But it's a challenge. But if you're thinking about, oh, where does the foot go? You'll always be off. You have to feel, how are you moving? So when I pick up my leg, right, instead of letting the leg step forward, I want to just pick the knee up and then fold the leg back a little and then unfold. And then drop the whole leg down. So sink. I want to pick the knee straight up from here, not let it come forward. Pick the foot up, and then unfold. Yeah. And then it's almost exact. Okay? So if I think how I'm picking up and stepping, then I'll just be there. But if you think like, oh, am I stepping in the right place? It's always going to be wrong. Yeah. Because the right place comes from over here. It comes all from this movement. Yeah? So try that. Try that again. Here. Yeah. So you look at my back. So you have to watch yourself a little bit more. Okay. So push the knee back, stretch, and then release. Take a breath. Let it all out, and then we begin. We're going to shift to the right foot first. Breathe in. And And right as the hands roll down, you sink and start shifting to the right. Let the hands fall all the way to the heart. At that point, the left leg can release. Just unfold, small step. Sink and then shift. Roll the ball all the way down and then sink and then pull into the hands while the right leg releases and unfold, small step. And then shift. As you center in, the hands finish coming out. As the hands come back, you relax and sink. One open and close. Yeah. Try that one more time. So you're gonna get certified. That's half of the certification right there. only 6. I'm serious. You know, we need instructors. We need Tai Chi for Health instructors. Yeah. You want to get certified? Yeah, I hope you get certified. I'll stand behind you. I'll put a little microphone. Okay. So let's add this movement. Yes, so we stretch this. Right? So push the knees back and then okay. Take a breath first. Let it all out. Relax and then we begin. Breathing in. Feel those fingertips being pulled forward. Holding the ball. Sink. Start shifting to the right. Fold into the hip. Left leg free. Small step. Sink and then press. Roll the ball out and then down. And then shift into the hands. Pick the foot straight up. And then find the ground. Shift to the center. When you finish shifting to the center, the hands are out. And then the hands and the body sinks together. One open and close. Okay. Okay, try one more time. Yeah, try one more time and then I'm not going to watch you. You guys just do it by yourself. Okay, so free here. The second time I'll watch you. But this time you just do it by yourself. Whatever you do is fine. Okay? So push the knees back and then release. Take a breath and when you're ready, just begin. Yeah, just begin. Yeah, so right, you're going to pick the hands up. Okay, you're going to sink on the right. Step with the left. Move into your hands. Keep rolling the ball. And step up with the right. Right, and center and end with an open and close when you're ready. Yeah. Okay. I can see some of you screaming, you can't make me do it by myself. I refuse. Okay, we do it together. Yeah. So even if you're seated, right, do the hands. The same thing, you'll do the hands even if you're sitting down. And if you're sitting down, the feet can press on the ground. Oh, I can feel my feet getting hot now. And it's because I haven't done this in a long time where I'm really pressing the legs down. So you really press the legs down for a long time, and then when you release, oh, the blood and the energy really starts to flow. Yeah. Yeah, the feet will get hot for a long time. Okay. All right, so push the knees back, and then release. And then begin when you're ready. Okay. Okay, so from here, that's the first 3. Remember what the next one is? Just think seated. So we do the first 3 and then single whip. Right? So single whip. So we have to turn and single whip. So the only difference is we add leg now. So which way we're going? We're going that way. So from here, you have to shift all the way to the left leg and turn your waist. So when I turn my waist, this leg is free. So I'm going to shift and let the heel pick up and turn my waist. Okay? So eventually you're going to shift and turn. So you're spiraling. Okay? And then where's your mind? Right? First from here, and your weight. Right? I have to move. If I'm tilted too far back, I'm on my heels. I want to feel my foot nice and solid on the ground. Right? And my toes, a lot of us, our toes lift up naturally, but if I just press the toes down, right, the whole foot is on the ground. So if I'm rocking back, I have to allow myself to just rock forward. Right? Just rock forward, say, oh, nice and solid, and then move. If you're rocking back and you're forcing the stepping, what's going to happen? You're off balance. You're walking off balance. It's just a matter of time before you, because you're off balance. So you feel yourself off balance, settle, right? And then do the next move. Right? Sink and then do the next move. Okay? So right, so from here, right, I'm gonna shift and turn, sink into here, 45, pick up, and just let it tap in a little bit, and then pick it up and unfold. So right about there, it's somewhere around heel to toe. Yeah, so not a big step. Yeah, and then sink and press towards that 45. And before I finish, you're gonna feel yourself land. So when you land, that's like 50%. Just past landing, start turning to the front and let the hands separate. Okay? And then we want the hands height of face, so let them rise. Height of face, yeah, from here. Okay, so that's single whip. Single whip in Yang style is this. So you watch the Tai Chi and you always see this movement, right? Yeah. So Sun style, it says, don't need this. Right? It's just focus on keeping this stretched, keep that energy flowing. Yeah. This is okay. This trains and develops things too, but that's not the purpose of his. Yeah. One less thing to think about, right? Yeah, you can focus on the leg and keep the upper body stretched. When we sitting on the chair, we're moving the upper body, we're keeping the leg stretched. So now, right, we're moving the leg and the palm just keeps stretching. The palm can be stable from here. Okay, and then we just have to bring it in. So we shift, we tap it in together, right? So hand and leg together. And then I pick up this leg, hand and leg together, step, and then shift. You shift, don't go sideways. Well, we're walking sideways, but turn, right? Allow yourself to turn. A lot of times you watch the video, you don't see them turn. If they look really light and you think they're not turning, you watch the hips, they're sinking and there's a little turn in here, but they might be folding like this and the upper body, they're so folded and flexible. You watch in the upper body, it looks like the upper body doesn't turn, but you watch the hip and the waist, it's like, oh no, there's a fold and a turn, yeah, from there. Okay, so the hands just move up and down. Very little side to side, just move up and down. When you drop the shoulder, there's a little roundness. When you pick up, there's a little roundness, but pretty much just up and down, yeah? Okay, so from here, you're gonna sit, sink, step and press, and open, raising the palms, height of the face. So you look at the left hand, and then you sit back on the left, the hand drops, bring the foot in, then the foot picks up, hand picks up, and then step. And then shift, and turn, so you can free the left foot, follow step, sideways follow step, and keep on turning. Look at the hand, look at the back of the hand at first. Okay, so you look at the back of the hand, and then you start looking at the second finger, and then you start looking in between the thumb and the second finger at the horizon. Okay, 3 times, 5 times, or whatever you remember. You come back to center, turn a little bit as you're coming back, right into an open and close. Okay. So when I do the open and close, I can feel that expansion, right? As you expand, relax your feet. You relax your feet will sink. That's how your feet will expand downwards. So you come up here, relax your feet, and then you feel your feet pressing on the ground. Yeah? And same thing, you can experiment. You can experiment pressing your feet on the ground, but then it takes away from the hands because you're just flowing that energy down. Yeah? You're forcing it down. If you relax your feet, then everything will expand. Okay, all right. So go from the beginning. Yeah, push the knees back, stretch the leg, and then sink into position. Take one breath. And then begin commencement. Breathing in and out, sink. Shift to the right. Free the left foot. Let the body turn. Step up. Roll the ball out and down. Shift into your hands, picking up the right. Finish the circle. Come back to the heart. Sink the legs while you do the open and close. Shift to the left, single whip. Free the right foot. Pick the right foot up, tap it in, and then step out. Press. Look up, open. Raise the palms, stern them up. Single whip. Wan Sau. Shift back to the left. Right hand comes down. Right foot is free with the right hand. Steps up. And then step side. Shift. Step in. Feel the bottom of the foot nice and flat and relaxed. Second time. Step in. So this is a follow step. You can call it a sideways follow step. And then we come back to center. So turn a little bit to the left as you're spiraling back to the heart. Right into an open and close. And then we're just going to repeat on the left side. So shift to the right, sink into the hip to free the left and turn. And we're already in, so just have to step out. Press and open flat to the front. Raise the palms. Sink on the right. The left foot's going to tap in with the hands. And then step back out. So first time. So just slowly, carefully pick the right foot up and bring it in. Just slowly take your time, freeing up the left, balancing on the right. Stretching the fingers. One more time. Come back to center, turn a little bit to the right as you spiral back to the heart, right into heart-lung Qigong. Press, rise as the hands fall. Push the knees back one more time and lift, and then release. Okay, hands up and down. Okay, good. Loosen up the leg, loosen up the leg. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, almost done. Okay. So that's the whole first part. And so they call it TCA1, Tai Chi for Arthritis 1. Yeah, but it's Tai Chi for Arthritis, fall prevention. That's why on mine you see TCAF, fall prevention. But yeah, any questions right now? If you remember, write it down. Yeah, not easy to remember the questions while you're doing, yeah. Because you have the question, we move to the next move, and then poof. All you remember is you had a question. You're too busy trying to figure out the next move. Like, oh shoot, so what's that question? And then you go home and you try it. Oh, I remember my question, but you don't write it down. We come to class like, I have a question. Oh, ask me during the break. Poof. Okay. So extend the legs one more time. Yeah. So bring the feet here first. Let's do this. Slowly press, press, press. Relax the bottom of the feet. Press as hard as you can. Relax the bottom of the feet. Press, 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 press. But relax the bottom of the feet. Yeah. Do your knees still lock up when you do this? Or do they feel more relaxed? More relaxed, yeah. So I don't know if you remember, that was months ago when we first did this. If we didn't do all that extension, when you press down, this locks. Right? Okay, then you come forward a little bit, relax, and then same thing. Press as hard as you can. Press, reach the toes down. Feel the whole foot pressing and relax the bottom of the foot. Still pressing, right? Releasing, and then now you can feel it flowing because you have the angle coming out from there. And then release. Relax. When you practice this heavy leg sinking and pressing like you're on mud, you do that for the whole practice, you start walking around afterwards, and then right, it's like you're just pressing, right? Pressing. You're still trying to relax. So when you release, it's so relaxed, and all the blood and the energy starts flowing into the feet, and you're going to feel the feet come hot. So there's a good chance, right? You folks feel that sometimes, depending on what you're practicing, right? If you're like, you guys, we're going to train legs today, and not just the legs, the feet. I want to see you folks sink into the feet, right? I want Shaolin temple marks all over. So the next class, they're going to step in your molds for 1 hour, right? And after the hour, okay, again. When they go home, everybody's hot. Yeah, and it just tingles because you're forcing that energy, but it's so external. And even though you're forcing, right, it cannot just flow and tingle like that, but you're just rushing that energy, forcing it down. So when you release, then that energy can just flow freely. Yeah, I haven't felt my feet hot like this. So if you go home and your husband and wife or your children say, "Hey, how come your feet steaming? Can you go outside and wash your feet?" I say, "No, it's okay. It's healthy. Come smell." Come smell my energy. But yeah, some days you just practice. Even standing, I can stand there, right? Relax, sink and let go, and just imagine, heavy. I want my feet pressing into the ground. Well, they're pressing. I have to relax, constantly relax and align, and then shift, right? So my whole feet, and then I'm going to tighten up my breathing. Yes, wait, I have to relax. Every time I'm pressing and I release something, I can feel my body sink, and then I have to keep that feeling, right, sinking. Yeah. Then you can practice walk around the house. Oh no, she's mad again. But and the other thing is learn to fold into here. Yeah. So if you fold and you sit back, I'm going to rock back. So if I feel my weight rocking back, I have to just tilt forward, but I have to keep this fold. So and when I go down, you watch where my knee is. Yeah. I don't want my knee. Say I'm lifting back, so I shift forward. I don't want my knee doing this. As soon as the knee comes forward like that, that's where it starts shooting the stress under the kneecap, and that's where the knee pain comes from. But so even if you have to stick the butt out like this, that's fine. Because to fold here and coming down and keeping this knee back, that's why I said, really, if it reaches the toes, it's too far already. Yeah. You have to force this back into here. Yeah. And you only go down as far as it's comfortable. So even if you go home and you just practice like this, but sink and slowly come up, right? You're going to be exercising all these muscles. Yeah, you will be exercising them. Okay? And then you're practicing holding the foot straight, right? If it pulls out or pulls in, right? You're exercising both. Right? And while you're holding them straight. So these kind of exercises, you try and, when you do the squatting, if you can, you try and point them straight. If you can. If you cannot, that's okay. But you try and be aware that if they're out, right, it has to follow that direction. coming up and down. Right. So that's your self-directed homework. So even you walking up and down the hills, yeah, put your mind right into this hip joint as you're walking until you learn to feel. You think about here, you're gonna feel, and you'll feel different, and then you'll be walking a little slower, but a little bit more carefully, but you're not wasting that energy. Yeah, and then you're training. Yeah, you're not just walking, you're still doing the Tai Chi. So teacher said, the local teachers over here said when LauShen is the teacher, yeah, said when LauShen walked into the room, she's doing Tai Chi. She's doing all those principles, right? How she carries herself. You can see it, like she's already in ready position form just by walking. Yeah, that's the kind of training she had. You know, you see the ballet teachers, right, walking with the cane, and they walked in the class, right? Oh. Yeah, 100% of the time. The girls or the guys, they take a break and they all collapse, and the teacher comes like, when I was practicing French horn and I was just kind of playing around in the music building before my lesson, one of the reasons I came up to UH is I knew I could take private lessons from the symphony players. And I was taking from the second horn player, Barbara, I can't remember her last name. They're all good players. And she said, you know, I know this is your own time and I shouldn't say anything. And I know you're just practicing warming up, but you know, you should, and I shouldn't harp on you because it's your own time, but even when you warm up and on the side and relaxing, you should practice perfectly. Because if you're practicing playing around, then that gets into what you do, yeah? So those mistakes, it'll actually come out when you perform because you practice the mistakes and it was natural. So, yeah. The first horn player, when I met him, he was like prodigy. So he would practice the notes. He would practice the scale. Like just say the C scale, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. He would practice each one 3 times. And he had to play them perfectly each time. If he didn't play it perfectly, he'd start again. So although we're not doing competition, the idea is the same, right? You constantly feel what you're doing, yeah, to really change how you move, what you're correcting, yeah, and then everything will change a little bit. Yeah, it just becomes natural. Yeah, there. Okay, hands up. Nice deep breath. Relax, sun in the chest. Let all the tension in your body go. Legs are falling. Head is lightly suspended from above. So it pulls the head up, the chin falls, and the head pulls back from being suspended. Expand the stomach, open the chest, sun in the chest. Release all the physical stress from your face. Feel those muscles falling while you're smiling in the chest, smiling in the heart. See that small little sun, cool and warm inside of the chest. Calm the breathing down. Let the body quiet down. Don't restrict movement. Allow any movement to come out. And just calming everything down so the natural vibration can come out of your cells, out of your body, out of your joints, out of your breath. You slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together, move your legs, warm up your eyes. Yeah, just pull the forehead. Yeah, the top, the center, right above the eyebrows, and just rub. Yeah, you can feel that crease over here. Yes, so you rub from the temple, and then you just work your way back. You have headache, if you have migraines, it's a good place. You just kind of rub and massage, finger walk all the way to the back. Yeah, and then your cheeks. And then move your mouth open and close. Yeah, so you have to give yourself permission. Yeah, you give yourself permission to relax, to let go. Yeah. Oops. And feedback. So you really do have to become baby again. And we'll talk about, like, if you're a baby in the womb, nobody's restricting your movement, yeah? Until you come out. Wake up. Cry, don't cry. Poop, don't poop. Stay still, move, right? Talk, don't talk. Every cell of your body is moving. So you cannot be perfectly still. You cannot stop moving. It's natural to have movement. So you can be still and quiet and not hold on to things, not lock it down, right? Release the tension, straighten everything up and relax, expand. And that relaxing, that letting go will allow that movement to naturally come out, right? And then it'll settle. And that energy will settle where it needs to settle. Yeah. Right? And then you feel good. But yeah, you remember, if you may have been that child, but you know that child in every classroom, right, where the teacher is just yelling and having a brain aneurysm because they won't sit still. How are you going to stop that energy, right? Gotta come out. Has to come out. So when it comes out and the child stops fighting it, then they can listen to you. But if it's moving, they don't know how to control it, and then you trying to make them stop it, that's all they can think about, right? So even if they stop, you're still irritated because inside is pressure cooker, right? And they're watching the clock and they're like, 2:15. I didn't say you could go. You know? And when you release them, boom, right? They just run right through the wall. So it's natural to have movement. Vibration is natural. The more you relax, the more you feel what needs to vibrate. Let it vibrate, help it to vibrate, it'll calm down. And things will be a little bit calmer. Okay. Right hand, left hand. Hey, have a good week. Watch out, I don't know with this weather, yeah? The radar, the projection was this afternoon. We're gonna have big rain. It's never 100%, but it's coming back up from the south. It's shifting right about 11 o'clock. It's shifting to south wind again. So it's showing this big storm cell below, south of us, coming up. So, yeah, because I put away all my sandbags. It was my fault. So it's going to flood in our driveway. So irritating. So that happens. Okay. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, have a good week. Be safe. Yeah.